know, the mayor's here, ain't he?
Yes.
Why you think he showed up today?
Yeah, only reason I'm here is because it's a holiday. And I know you think it's Black History Month.
Yes.
But at 2:30, February 23rd, just a few years ago, a legend was born.
Who?
Right?
A diva like no other diva.
Oh my goodness.
Educated, talented.
Oh, go on.
Come on, help me.
Oh, you need help?
But you guys
born.
know what time it is.
Well, not yet. It's not that time yet. I don't guess so. We are waiting for you to sign in. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be doing this a little bit different today. We know you haven't heard the Boom Shakalaka yet, but wait for it because it's coming.
It's coming.
We have Mayor Quentin Hart with us today. Awesome,
All right.
good, and we are live streaming. Good thing.
Yes, we are.
All right, pretty soon our production people will say the magic words, and then you know what time it is.
Time to sing happy birthday.
Ooh,
We're waiting for those magic words,
the
are we?
soulful style.
You know what time it is.
Boom shakalaka! Whoop,
All
whoop,
right.
whoop. It's a reality show, y'all.
Yes,
He's
it is.
really here, the
Live
mayor.
and direct on Friday.
Exactly, and we got Lori and Dale,
Absolutely.
In the house.
Here.
and it's all about what time it is in Waterloo, Iowa.
Yes.
It's all about me.
It's all about me. It's my birthday.
Oh,
Did
It
you see
is.
the
It
pre-show?
It's only appropriate that we sing happy birthday.
Oh, but I'm so
only
modest, though.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Okay, if you will.
Laura, you have the voice. Oh, you're
Oh.
an artist.
I'm the artist.
Lori is the voice.
But
Y'all
I'll
making me
start it.
sweat.
there you go. All right, then we'll join.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
All right. Oh,
Happy
thank
birthday,
you.
Harmony,
Thank
your
you
birthday,
so
Harmony.
much. Thank you so much. Wow. It's a good thing I'm so young. I could endure all that beautiful singing. And under the hot lights, we have lights here in the house tonight. We've got the Waterloo production crew that the
Absolutely.
city, and we really want to thank you guys for really making our show so much better.
So
Chaveevah.
much, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, right off top, we want to say welcome to Ms. Rocki and Chaveevah's North End update, because it's always something good happening on the North End.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley.
That's right.
And you know this.
All the time.
Everybody knows this.
Yes.
It's a fact.
Okay.
We got Mayor Hart, everybody. He showed
Yes,
up today
hello,
for
I
us.
did. I'm
Yes.
appreciative. Thank you.
Thank you for
And
joining
on such a
us.
special day too. It's your
Oh,
birthday,
yes,
so
that's
another
right.
birthday shout out.
They asked me
All
what
right.
I wanted for my birthday, and I said I wanted Mayor Hart to be on the show.
And here he is.
And look, I always get what I want. I love it. I love it. And I said Lori too.
You said Lori too?
I did. I did.
She twisted my arm.
Well, you know, it's the icing on the cake.
Exactly, Lori. Yes, thank you for joining us. We're going to talk to both of these fine citizens here in momentarily, but you know how we do. We want to say hello to anyone that wants to say hello to us. Jean, is there anyone that's saying hi to us?
Yes, we have Patrick, Osaka, and Anipis.
Okay.
Says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Inobi Nicole says happy.
Oh,
says
Ebony.
That's my baby.
Hey, Ebony.
Hey,
From
Ebony.
LA, yes. Okay.
Janice Duran says hello, friends.
Hello,
Hi.
Janice.
And Jessica Young just signed in.
Oh, hey,
Okay,
Jess.
hey, Jessica.
I'm going to bring my bike in soon.
Oh.
That's the place to take it.
Oh, it
right.
is. That's a good place.
And Betty Galloway Dietrich says boom shakalaka.
All
right.
right.
Hey, Betty.
Thank you so much. And thank you for all of you that are joining in today. We got a great show lined up for you today. We want to shout out first. And I guess we'll ask our guest first. Lori, do you have someone you got to shout out to? Ebony and
Zion.
Of course.
My beautiful family, Chuck. Chuck it.
Yeah, look,
Abena and Amanda. I know you're watching.
and Melissa and all your coworkers.
And all my coworkers, of course. Unicute, the cute.
Right.
I
You're gonna
love
be-
you guys.
Yes. And how about you, Mayor?
I want to shout out to my wife, Cassandra, my children, Mr. Barker over at Lou Henry. I had an opportunity to go in and do African American read-in today.
Oh, awesome.
With all the young people reading about different stories of people that African Americans that have made a difference to all the folks at the city of Waterloo. So thank you so much.
Yes, and that's something like we were talking before the show that you should be a guest on our show regularly.
Nice.
You know, Black History Month really should be celebrated throughout the year,
Yes.
and maybe, you know, we could all hook up at a school and do some reading any month.
Not only
you
that,
know,
I think people would
volunteer.
appreciate hearing more on a more intimate level like this. Just some of the things that are going on in the city and, you know, things of interest. So.
Right, and we're going to find out about that. We got some questions. We're going to put him on the hot seat. So I hope all of you that asked those questions are watching today, because we're going to get some answers. Well, I don't care what it takes, but we're going to find out some things today, ain't it?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You may get some answers.
I don't know if we'll like them.
Let's do our shout outs.
All right.
Okay. Brooke Dunn, congratulations.
Oh, yes, Brookie.
For being named Student of the Month. That is awesome.
Yay,
She goes to
Brooke.
Hoover Middle School. Congratulations.
Awesome
Yes.
young lady, yes.
Yes.
Okay, and I have to shout out especially to Alexis Ferguson and Nick Place. Congratulations, you guys, on the birth of your baby.
Oh,
Hayden K.
congratulations.
Nicole.
Oh, what a
Yes.
nice name. Yeah, congratulations. And who else you got? Shaveevah? We got
Okay, we got Andre
Alexis.
Bradford.
Okay, Cricket Jones.
Ah.
Hey, Cricket. And she
Hey.
said she'd be at Old School tonight. She's, well.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
she's going to look forward to that drawing. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
We had Sharon Griffin Allen that wanted to say boom shakalaka on a Thursday, and we had to make her wait.
Okay.
And we had Kim Renee Young. Who else do we have, Mayor?
Daryl Sinter
Yeah.
and Claudia Wilder.
Derek Robinson.
Derek
Yeah.
And a special thanks to Bryan's on 4.
Yes.
Yes. And Waterloo.
Yeah.
WCT TV.
Channel 17.
Channel 17, where our show can be seen every Friday at 4 o'clock.
And on Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
If you missed it on Friday.
Can I add one too?
Yes, please.
Shout out to Rodney Anderson.
Oh, okay.
Rodney is going to break ground on a grocery store next to CVS.
Right.
Yes.
He named the community room after
After
Willa Mae
Miss
Wright.
Willa Mae Wright,
So
yes.
That's a huge development. Very proud of as well. So shout out to Rodney.
That
Yep.
is,
That's a
that
great
is.
Speaking of Miss Wright, we just had her on the show last week.
Right, and that was
She
a
didn't
great
know.
show.
She didn't know then.
Wow.
He made
Oh,
the presentation at the city council meeting.
We saw that on the news.
Yes.
That was one time where everyone stood up and there was a complete standing ovation in the entire room. So
Wow, how nice. She is a great leader, and it's rightfully deserved. Definitely, definitely. We want to shout out to our sponsors. Shaveevah, we've gotten sponsors now, and Jessica Young, I'll be talking to you soon, by the way. But we have Frugal Finds, which is a new store, and their address, Shaveevah, you're good at remembering that.
316. No, I'm not good at remembering. I'm good at writing stuff down. 316 West 5th Street, Suite B, where you can find a wide variety of food bargains, general merchandise, furniture even.
Have you been there?
not yet.
Okay.
You know,
Neither have I.
Haven't you?
No, but I've driven past there and I'm excited. I want to
yeah,
go.
It is.
You like it. I
And
mean,
I've
just
seen
seeing
some stuff on Facebook
Yeah.
too. So.
Right. Great
all of that
mom
stuff
and
in
pop.
one spot. Yeah, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Great store, you know, genuine people, not one of those, I'm not going to say any names, but one of those big stores that take all your money and use child and slave labor. Okay. It's not one of those. It's a good store.
There you go.
Okay, and then of course, Old School Lounge,
But
the
of
best
course.
the best spot on the north end.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, we're going to be there
Been
tonight.
there lately.
Have you? Okay. Well, on Friday nights we go there and critique our show, you know.
Right.
And Bebe
Strictly,
is
strictly critique. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all we do.
Oh, I have to be there then. I have to let my wife know. I have to be there then.
sure. You're
Exactly.
For research purposes.
For research.
Absolutely.
Lisa and Diamond always help us out. We kind of make sure all our D's are crossed.
Cross your D's.
Our
and-
T's, okay. Anyway, Old School Lounge, 120 Sumner Street. They have a great, great pizza there. And tonight we'll be there with a special drawing, Lori, at 9 o'clock. Chaveevah's giving away a print, and that's from saying thank you to Mr. Lance Dunn and Herbert Mabry and Lisa and Diamond and the whole staff, DJ Mac Mall.
I think so.
Mac Mall. Thank you so much for sponsoring the North End Update. We really appreciate it, and we want to be there and make a drawing and give away a nice print. So be there tonight, 9 o'clock. It's my birthday.
Yeah. Turn up.
Yeah, don't forget that part.
I'll be the one looking thirsty. Okay, Soul Town, Chaveevah.
Oh, the Soul Town. What can you say about the Soul Town? I have to every week talk about
The Soul Town.
Yes, indeed. A wonderful, locally printed, well, locally developed anyway, magazine. It's digital and print. It's full of awesome stories about people you know, people you don't know but should know.
Right.
You know, just information that you can use. And we are definitely always trying to promote it because it was started by one of our own.
Right.
And it's worth it.
It is definitely worth
And
it.
Chaveevah's
She's a
story is
contributor.
being featured on
Oh
the
yes,
cover.
she's got the cover story this
Yes,
time.
she does.
Usually, yeah, every time our show comes on, see, Chaveevah is really talented and educated, and I'm just kind of smart. But
That's an incredible combination.
so usually the
smart.
show is
Boom.
always about her, but today she's on the cover, but it's my birthday, so we got both equal.
It's equal, right?
And I have a little thing on the back too for our shows in the back book.
Howdy,
And
hi.
we're
There
both
you go.
writers for the Soul Town. So you can get your copy at the Soul Town
Yes.
at www.thesoultown.com or
Yes, or you can go to
Tri-City.
Tri-City.
thank you, Tri-City Clothing, and they are located at 305 East 4th Street
Somewhere else also.
or at Earth's Beauty Supply.
Yep.
They are located at 403 Franklin Street here in Waterloo.
It's okay.
Yes, and get your, well, you know, I will start over and try again when I mess stuff up, but
No, it's all good. We can.
It's your show. You can do that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's fun. We're the bosses.
right.
You know, shout out to Chaveevah and
Oh,
all the
yes.
folks that are on staff that are putting out the articles like yourself. Incredible magazine, incredible digital magazine. So it's able to showcase the best of what we have in thought and
Yes.
consciousness to people around the world. So
Connecting our culture to our community.
That's right.
And cyber community.
yeah, our
So,
conscious and cyber community.
That's right. So yeah, thank you, Chillin', for coming back. We love it here. We love it that you're here.
how come I'm the only one drinking my Shirley Temple and y'all like?
Oh, I'm
I'm
Pause.
fine. It's my birthday. I'm starting
You
slow.
gonna pace yourself?
And these are props. I don't know what you got. We got some colored water here.
Some grape juice.
He's tickled.
exactly.
Okay. All right. So listen, we have got to talk. We're going to save the mayor for last because you have so many questions. So what do you want to know about Lori? We're going to ask you to interview her. How about that for fun?
Excellent question. So, Lori, you're an artist, you're a sculptor, you're a painter, you have a brilliant mind, you're a professor, you're all of those things that I know. You're a community advocate. You've been walking and knocking on doors with me to try to help get people engaged
yes.
in the process. But I want to know, what are about 3 or 4 things that you're telling the young people you work with every day about who they are and what they can ascribe to be and ascribe. Is that a word?
I believe
what
it
they
is.
can be one day. So tell me what is that message you're giving to them?
Most importantly, I tell them to dream big. I also tell them you're only young for a short period of time, and then you're an adult.
Right.
So enjoy being a child. That is so important.
Yes.
To just enjoy life as a child, because what I find often is that my students are trying to grow up fast. So that's one thing that I tell them. But I definitely encourage them to work hard, put in the efforts, and let them know that they're going to face obstacles, and that's okay. And I also tell them they're going to make mistakes. It's not the
Right.
mistakes, it's what you do with the mistakes.
Well, you know, we never made mistakes though.
Oh no.
Right? Right? That's what
Just happy
I think
little
that's how
accidents.
adults,
Yes.
act. But no, we do make a whole lot of mistakes.
Right.
Sure.
So you have to figure out what to do with those mistakes.
And for those of you, our viewers that don't know, Lori is a consultant for talent search.
A
I
recruiter.
work for, I'm a recruiter,
recruiter.
advisor for educational talent search. I work at UniQ.
Yes. Hey,
in the
UniQ.
house.
Right.
I love where I work, and I think my job gives me life. You know, seeing my students every day helps me a lot.
And how does a
So-
student find you, or how are you connected with these students?
So I go into East and West High School. I work with the 9th and 10th graders. We work with students from 6th through 12th grade, helping them get into college.
Okay.
And we do it through workshops, taking them on college tours, and when they get ready to go to college, we help them with the applications and finding scholarships, financial aid.
Wow.
whatever it takes.
What about non-traditional students that might be interested in getting back into
Interesting.
school?
That's why we're the UniQ.
Okay.
So we have EOC, and they work with the older population. And then we have Classic Upward Bound, and they work with 9th through 12th grade, and that's more of an intimate type of program. And we also have, well, UniQ within itself, we have a tutoring program, and we have a summer camp also for younger students.
Okay.
I asked about the older students because I remember UniQ is near and dear to my heart because when I first came here from Chicago, that's the first place I went to try to get enrolled in school.
Interesting.
You and I
Non-traditional.
graduate. Tony Stevens, hey.
Hey, Tony.
Yes.
Hi, Tony.
Yep, Tony
Yeah.
gave me my start. Thank you so
You
very
gave
much.
me my start too.
Is that
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Well, tell people how they could get their start.
They can
You
get
know
their
about
start.
that for a second.
So, like I said,
How
we're
can they
in
get
the-
a hold to you in UniQ?
Yeah, we're in the community schools, middle schools and high schools. You just go talk to one of your counselors, or you can come to UniQ. You can come to 800 Sycamore Street, or you can make that phone call, 319-273-4772.
All right. Well, thank you, Lori,
Lori.
so much. And is there any input that we have? Anybody asking any questions before we jump into the mayor? We got questions for
We can
him.
wait to the last 2 minutes for me.
Oh, no.
Philip says, Rocki, that is.
Oh.
Wendy says, Mayor should really sing happy birthday to you.
Oh. Okay. Hey, Philip. Thank you for the phone call. Philip actually
Oh,
called
it's
me
Philip.
today.
Okay, that's my
Her
brother.
Philip says, what? No green screen?
Oh, I know.
okay.
We're trying to make that better for you guys.
Yeah.
Everybody, every show is going to be better now.
Lorraine J says, yeah, right.
Oh God.
Not yeah, right, but yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we hope.
Lorraine C says, hey, divas and gentlemen, looking amazing.
Oh, shoot.
All right.
Hey,
Hey,
a lot of
Lorraine.
hearts and thumbs
Oh,
up.
awesome.
right.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, everyone. Go after him, Chaveevah. Get him.
All right now, Mayor.
And now it's
No
your
singing.
turn.
It is some love
No
on
singing.
here, on this
And
show.
will you help us with time? I know we started late, so I'm just counting on you guys to kind of let us know when it's time to wrap it up.
Well, no, I wanted to start with just a really open-ended question about tell us something new and exciting that's
Yeah.
going on down at City Hall.
New and exciting. So, we talked about the grocery store a little bit earlier. And the reason I highlight the grocery store is because it is a perfect example of a public-private partnership where you have government on one end and you have the neighbors in that area on another end, and then you have the private business. So the whole Walnut Court area, it's an area that was, pretty much a little bit blighted, houses are a little bit down.
Food desert.
But food desert. And so we've been able to work with the neighborhood associations, local businesses, neighbors in that area, work with Rodney Anderson and JSA to create this concept of kind of like neighborhood first. Habitat for Humanity is there, and they're going to be taking a look at fixing up houses, working on building houses there. Rodney has a grocery store that's going in and hopefully breaking ground like April 2nd, so you'll get some more information. He also has the strip mall that's there with Harold's and Earth's and the Two Scoops ice cream shop coming up. pretty soon.
Awesome. Ice
Ooh,
cream.
I
You
saw
have the church, you have KWWL, you have Speller's True Value, you have Big Q's, but you see a reinvestment in our neighborhood
Yes.
to bring life back. And you also don't lose the stories of the history of the houses and the neighbors and the people that live there. Miss Willa Mae Wright still lives there.
There you go.
So
That's
we're
right.
recreating and retelling the story about that neighborhood and trying to make it vibrant again. And this model is one that can potentially be used in other areas of the community, but it's the neighbors that are stepping up and wanting better.
Wow, that
That's
is
awesome.
so
Yes.
awesome. Talk about new and exciting.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Because Chaveevah and I, we have decided that's what we really, really want to do. We want to bring light to the fact that the North End. We want to call it the new North End. I mean, we're all about the whole Cedar Valley, but we try to give the news from the Cedar Valley from a North End perspective,
Right.
meaning that. We've all come up from, I'm talking about that area right around the railroad tracks, right around Old School Lounge. And that is blight. I mean,
Yeah.
for all these years. So is there any hope for that community ever?
Well, we're taking this model right now. We just applied for a grant to be able to see if we can do something with I forgot Smoky Row in that area. So that's a start, but we're working. We have a program we just created where if there's a house in that area that's considered somewhat dilapidated, or if we own it, then you give us $5,000 to earn this money. You get the house, you fix it up, and once you fix it up,
Who knew?
we give you the $5,000 back plus an additional $5,000 to be able to be there. We're working right now to try to create some different housing developments. When you take a look at the north side of town, we have pockets, Madison Monroe, East 8,
Sure.
and some other areas where we sprinkled in homes, but we need a housing development on the northeast side. Of course, we're tearing down buildings, and not always tearing down buildings is the right recipe.
Right.
Because you tear it down, but if you don't put anything back, then you're at a loss.
Yes.
The Boys and Girls Club is about to build a new community center right on
Yes.
East 4th Street, taking away some of the blight, turning it into something better.
Great.
It's a slow process, you know what I mean?
Of course, it
But
would be.
we are
but
taking steps to try to find the right model that we can revitalize. You take a look at the Chamberlains area and trying to work
sure.
with the
That's a
former owners of Chamberlains to see how we can redevelop that area, get the soil correct, but try to just create a new sense of community. But like I said, some of these things happened prior to me.
Sure.
It's 40 and 50 years of decline, so it won't be changed overnight. But you
course.
do have a mayor that lives and breathes and eats and sleeps about what can we do to have an impact on the northeast
It's
side.
good
Right.
to see things taking a move in that
I
direction.
mean, look at Logan
Indeed.
Plaza.
Oh,
How long-
yes,
how long
that's
did Logan
exciting.
Plaza, and what people don't know, the Logan Plaza area probably has had more development the last 10 years than other areas.
Okay.
The new Allen Hospital,
Yes.
new school, Highway 63, Donald Street.
Right.
The
The new
store
Ivy.
moved across the street. And then you turn around and take a look at Allen College behind there. Then you take a look at the fact that right now, within the first 6 months of being there, we've been able to do something and work with the local developer to change the Logan Plaza area, tear down that building and bring some new life. So it's not the city that does all of this.
Sure.
It's our ability to work with people and create the environment to be able to make change in our community. So, I mean, I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
Right, that's a
Okay.
good thing. Okay, we're going to go through these. These are like, what do they do on, what do they call on like 60 Minutes or,
speed
you got
round.
the speed round, right. You got a couple questions
Yes.
here. Betty Galloway wants to know, ask Mayor Hart, what would it take to get another cable company here because Mediacom is getting outrageous? And can we get a Golden Corral restaurant here?
So
Your time is up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Golden
go.
Corral and a MediaCom.
Okay.
The city does not own restaurants.
Okay.
But what we do is try to create the environment for people to want to invest and be there. So we have to continuously reach out to entrepreneurs and try to see if that's the community needs, try to partner with them to make sure that happens. Right now at that Logan Plaza site, the old, where Menards was going to go, the city will own 2/3 of that site where we'll be able to market to some of the places that are talked about, and then work with the developer in that existing area for some type of restaurant activity that we're trying to do. But this is, oh, I forgot to talk about this, and I'm sorry. So one of the things that I was concerned about is figuring out how we can create entrepreneurs from the inside out. You know, how we can create entrepreneurs and work with existing businesses on the north side. So I reached out to Randy Pilkington at UNI.
Oh, yeah, he's brilliant.
Working with the Renew Waterloo group, and we are doing surveys right now and trying to do interviews with businesses, because I want business services that are in downtown Waterloo that you would be able to access. So if you want to open up a business, you'd be able to go downtown and go to that, like we used to have the John Papa John Entrepreneurial Center. That's been gone. So now UNI still provides services on campus, and they do a wonderful job. Amy Dutton and folks, they've always been there when I needed them. But we need to have something downtown. So March 1st, I'm going to be visiting businesses along with UNI students, doing surveys to about 130 different north side businesses. And I need folks to fill out that survey when you get that letter, to do all of that, so we can let folks know what we need to have. We have to have that.
Sure,
and
there's
that's
a way
important, because if the surveys are right, then we can bring the services downtown. So when we're talking about a Golden Corral or an Outback, we don't have to depend on anyone else to do it. We can learn to do that for ourselves. With regards to a cable company, we're always taking a look at options. There's some legal ramifications to doing that. And then the city also has an agreement with Mediacom that's written into law, but we're reviewing that contract coming up here. So if there's some needs that you don't have, you need to make sure you contact my office or the city clerk's office to let us know, so we can talk to Mediacom about getting those things done.
Okay.
Talk to the mayor's office.
All right.
Yes. And the next question?
Is Daniel Zilk. I've recently turned in an application for a job with the city. Should I be nervous given the president and the current city council has set regarding hiring with the city?
Excellent question. So with regards to positions, we're probably not going to hire any positions until we get our budget done. And I think it has to be certified March 15th, but I think we're going to vote on it March 8th. So after that, then we'll figure out what's taking place. But that process that he's probably entered into takes about a month or two anyway. But if it's budgeted for, we're going to make sure that that position is there and available if he's the front runner.
All right, you hear that, Danielle? I think that's how you say his
Is that
name.
how you say it?
Daniel. Okay.
Daniel.
Okay.
It's supposed to be Daniel.
Okay.
I think we went to school together.
Daniel.
Oh, okay.
It's Daniel.
Okay, Daniel. And Randy Hess, Chaveevah.
Okay, Randy Hess says, don't cut the hours or jobs from the library, please, and thank you.
Please contact your city council members and let them know how you feel about the library.
There you go. They feel
All right.
They've cut some hours already, haven't they?
Well, you can say that. To be accredited, I think we're about 2 hours over, 2 hours from not being accredited. So we are still accredited, and it's been a challenge for the library. And Steve has done a great job with the existing staff and trying to make sure things can continue. But yes, there's been a few cuts to the library.
And that city council stuff that you need to talk to.
Yeah,
You need to be at
the
the
city
meetings
council, right now we're working to come up with budget suggestions, what level of services we would like to have here, whether it's hours at the library, whether it's police force, whether it's planning and zoning, or community development, but that's what we're working on right now, taking suggestions.
Okay, they're my neighbors, and I like them a lot, so there you go. We asked them. Okay. And we have one from Mirsad, say his last name, Chaveevah. Kosovic. Please say hello. Hi from Mirsad, and to the rest of us too. Well, hi there.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm Masai.
And that's from the Euro-American Eagle.
Papaloo
319.
Hey, Papa. Here's to you. Happy birthday to me. All right. And then we have one from Katie Stanbrook. what is the plan for Waterloo to deal with mental illness? And also, how are we as a city going to prevent school shootings? Now that is a subject.
Really good question. With regards to mental illness in the city of Waterloo, unfortunately, that is, how can I say it? That's not something where I have a department for. Mental illness and illness, physical illness or mental, is normally dealt with the Black Hawk Health Services,
Mental.
Dr. Nafisa. Have you had her on yet?
I haven't. No,
Oh,
we
gosh.
haven't. We'll have to.
Brilliant. Need to
you for
bring
giving
her-
us an
bring her
idea.
on.
Thank
yeah,
you.
she's
Yeah.
brilliant, new to the area. But with regards to the second part of that question about school shootings, we, with our police department, we have done active shooter trainings, and we are available, whether it's a business, whether it's a school. Our police department has been there to help deal with scenarios and helping people practice and giving best practices on what to do in those situations. Our schools also have SROs, which are student resource officers, school resource officers, that are sworn in police with all of the training, the mental aptitude, the gun training, the diffusion training, to be able to deal with situations. So they're right there actively at our schools. So we pray that nothing ever happens here or anywhere else around the country, and we can try to be as best prepared as we can by offering those services and those trainings.
Okay.
And that's a great thing to have. It's unfortunate that we need that in this day and
Yeah,
time, but
to
we
even have to
definitely
consider such.
Just go to school to learn
I
and
know.
have fun and play sports.
I know, it's sad. And the last question we have is from another neighbor, my friend.
Peggy,
Yes.
Peggy Passon, wants to know what's going to be done with the Greyhound dog racing building.
That's a very good question. That we're hoping that something can happen sooner or later. There's a developer by the name of Harold Youngblood, and I had the fortunate opportunity yesterday to go to a ribbon cutting at the new Loves and Wendy's in that area, but the Social Security office, the sleep clinic,
Oh, really?
There's a bunch of businesses taking place on that south side of Highway 63. So from South Highway 63 to North 63, it is booming and will continue to do so. But all of that will be something I would assume he wants to discuss, because why would he want to put a business there and you have that blight there? So I don't know where they're at in negotiations or conversations, but we're forever thinking about that. And the council voted, I think it was about a week or so ago, to extend some of the boundaries, I believe, for folks to get incentives for dealing business right there. So we're I don't know where it's at, but the hopes is we can do something about that, or Mr. Youngblood, the private developer, could.
All right, so there are some plans or maybe you think there's some buzz in the air in that area.
We have so many plans right now to move this community forward from one side to one side, so we just need to keep that positive momentum.
And I really want to thank you actually for taking a second term, because I don't wake up feeling great that you're in office and down.
Man.
You know,
Thank
like
you so much. That is such a compliment.
it is. It's great to have you as mayor, and I know you face a lot of obstacles and a lot of different things, and your days are hectic sometimes. But I'm glad you came to my birthday show. Thank
Absolutely.
you
We
for
need to
being
make this
here.
an annual.
Yes, actually, we want you to come every month and just kind of update people. If we can talk to Michelle, who is a great secretary, we talk to her.
It'll be a 3-minute update, so
Yeah,
I would love
sure. Stop in on your way somewhere else or something.
to. All right, absolutely.
All right. All right, I think our hearts and minds are clear. And Lori, maybe
12 seconds.
Yes.
We are hosting a residence academy also, so people can come and learn about what your tax dollars are going towards. It starts April 5th. If you're interested, contact Wendy Bowman or call the mayor's office if you want to come in and learn about the city. And it would be great to have like some small segments to a bigger show there as well.
Okay. We're having a drawing at Old School Lounge tonight. At 9 o'clock, we will be live, and so come there. Just join in on the libations and the fun, and maybe you
Hang
could
out
win.
with Rocki for her birthday.
Yeah. Well,
This amazing diva. Let's do this thing.
Oh,
Turn
go
up.
on.
Just go
No,
on.
really, go
How
on.
does a diva say turn up?
I know,
I
they
don't know.
don't.
This
I
diva
don't.
does.
Okay.
Turn
Oh,
up.
is that how you, okay.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Okay. I think it's time to say goodbye to everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. Anybody else wants to say anything? But we don't like to cut you off if you had something to say.
A lot of happy birthdays.
Oh,
a lot
okay.
of thank yous for developing that north side of the city. And they're still waiting for the cake and the song.
Oh, okay, great. Well, Old School Lounge tonight at 9 o'clock. Everybody's welcome, so be there or be virtually square,
Yes.
because we will be live. All right. Keep doing what makes you awesome.
Because it makes us all look good.
That's right. See you next time.